bring in Whitney. She's covering the story today, the city's heat response plan. And this is, ahead of what is expected to be a really hot summer. I was just looking at the Climate Prediction Center's outlook for June, July, August, and it's not much different for July, August, September, which more aligns with our monsoon season. Either way, it's looking above average and very hot.
Yikes. And that is why this heat response plan for the city of Phoenix is going into effect today. So it actually starts May 1st and runs until September 30th. Last year, you might remember they had to extend it because we had those really high highs in October. I remember being at an ASU game. It was like 105 the first weekend of October. One of the questions I asked was, why May 1st? Why is today the day that they put this plan in effect? And they just take a look at a lot of data from the National Weather Service, from ASU about temperatures in May. And that's sort of when we start to see the triple digits and we really start to warm up.
Yeah, and so with the hot summer ahead of us, what have we learned from the last couple of years in this plan that they're maybe changing for this year?
So one of the big changes is that the city's main heat respite center is moving from the Burton Bar Library to a facility that's in downtown on 20 West Jackson, I believe. It's a Jackson and Central, and they just need more capacity.
Yeah, they probably had more people than they realized they would last year.
Yes, I think last year they helped serve 35,000 people at the cooling centers across the city of Phoenix. And you're seeing some hiking video right now because that is one of the areas that they're really focusing on. And this kind of surprised me. They're taking a sort of more aggressive approach to educating hikers. Every Saturday from now until September 30th, from 7 to 10 a.m., there's going to be park rangers and other outreach teams physically out at some of the most popular and dangerous trails, educating people about what to watch out for. They'll be handing out water bottles, they'll be handing out snacks, and just education in general. So it seems like they're trying to be proactive instead of doing these mountain rescues, which unfortunately we see. They're trying to really get ahead of it.
And they put our firefighters at risk when we have all of these rescues here. And I know that we've been a little proactive with these heat warnings and closing down the trails, but we still are seeing a lot of these rescues on days without heat warnings. So that's interesting that they're going to put people out at the trails. Do you think they're educating out-of-town people, or is it more, the natives and here, the locals, who are to blame for these?
So I did talk to a ranger with the Parks and Rec department earlier this morning, and he did say that it's for out-of-towners, but also for the people that live here. We know statistically native Arizonans tend to be rescued more than out-of-towners. I think we sometimes think like, oh, you got to be from out of town, you don't know the heat, you don't know the desert, but really statistically there's a lot of Arizonans, a lot of natives that end up getting rescued every summer. And that's what they're trying to avoid. Again, as you mentioned, getting the firefighters, making sure they're safe, trying to avoid heat-related deaths. In Maricopa County, there were over 620 in 2023. Last year there was about 602. So we're really trying to bring that down.
And last thing, I heard you mention earlier, they're going to add more water fountains.
Yeah, so the plan was to build more water fountains across town. Don't know a lot of the specifics yet about where they'll be. They'll certainly be looking at the locations where it makes the most sense. Water is something we might take for granted. We have access to it, but not everyone in the community has access to cold water. And of course, that is so crucial. So we'll certainly keep you posted and see where they build those. But again, the 24/7 cooling center open today, and there's 3 other libraries that are going to be open till 10 p.m. actually throughout the summer.
All right, places that I know will be utilized a lot over that hot summer ahead of us. All right, thanks so much, Whitney. Gina, we'll send it inside to you.
All righty, let's get